There's a great site that I found that has like news by the minute. It's called newsnow.co.uk, and you can, when you get there, you can search for Israel, and you'll get to that exact URL. See, and it says new in the last 5 minutes. I'm not sure if that's actually 5 minutes, but Muslim cleric wants cameras removed from contested Jerusalem shrine. Turkish president accuses Israel of trying to take the Al-Aqsa Mosque from the Muslims. That's the mosque that sits on the Temple Mount. And they very well may be. Let's see. But that's not the rhetoric. Okay, look at this. Jerusalem protests will continue. That's Palestinian. Protests will continue until cameras and railings are removed, Muslim cleric. And down here, Muslim cleric. Protests to go on despite Israeli concessions. So the demand was take down the metal detectors, and Israel did that. And then they say, well, we're still going to protest. And the reason for that was because Israel took down the metal detectors, and they put in place of that thermal detecting cameras. So it's very interesting. This is the third step towards the end, as far as I can see. The first step was Israel basically took over the Temple Mount and put up these metal detectors, and then they said, well, after a lot of disputes, they said, okay, we'll take them down. But instead, they left them up and they added security cameras. That was step 2. And so, some people lost their lives in the outbreak. And then they have said, okay, we will actually take down the metal detectors. And so they did, and they put in place of them thermal detecting cameras. So you can see that Israel, you can see what's going on. The Muslims are saying, we want free access to be able to smuggle weapons in and out. And the Israelites and the Israeli government is saying, we're going to use that to our advantage to start taking over the Temple Mount. So this updates every once in a while and kind of kicks you down. There's another one here. Somewhere in here there was, I found there was another stabbing. And the mainstream media didn't even cover that. It was once again a teenaged Palestinian with a knife just going into a restaurant and start stabbing people. So I'm sorry for the violence, but this looks like the end, the beginning of the end.